Save up to $1,000 or get financing as low as 0% during the Kawasaki Rev Up for Spring Sales event. Check out their full inventory at WheelerPowersports.com or go see them at 901 North 11th Street near downtown Fort Smith. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling.
Frank Grill Furniture knows the price of lumber, houses, cars, and gas are going up. We thought you might need a break. For the month of June, Frank Grill Furniture is doing no sales tax. You heard right, no sales tax on living room, dining room, and bedroom. American-made furniture, in-store no credit check financing, and service after the sale. Frank Grill Furniture, 405 4th Street, Barling, Arkansas. Appliances and electronics excluded.
This is Hog Reaction live from Walk-On's Fort Smith. Better than a sports bar, more than a restaurant.
And the Hogs beat Nebraska and are going to the Supers.
Hog Reaction is brought to you by Harry Robinson Buick GMC, where you always get more for your trade, and by Shelter Insurance agent Chris Dooley, proudly serving Fort Smith, Arkansas, and surrounding areas.
They're coming from Fayetteville. They're coming from Little Rock, from Fort Smith, from Pine Bluff, from all four corners of the natural state.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Now, here's Ty Richardson.
2-2. McDonough swing and a miss. He struck him out, and this one belongs to the Razorbacks. An impressive blowout victory against a good NC State team. 21-2.
You know what? There's not a run rule in the Super Regional of postseason baseball, but there might as well have been. My goodness gracious, a 21-2 victory for your Arkansas Razorback baseball team as they emphatically defeat the North Carolina State Wolfpack in game number 1 of the Fayetteville Super Regional. Alongside Matt Smackdown Jenkins, I'm Ty Richardson. We are live from Walk-On's Fort Smith, 4306 Phoenix Avenue. If you want to stop on by, there was a loud, rambunctious crowd earlier because they had a lot to cheer about as Arkansas just kept pelting home runs left, right, down the middle. It didn't matter. They were leaving the ballpark. Really appreciate Harry Robinson Buick GMC and Shelter Insurance agent Chris Dooley as well being a part of our post-game coverage. And it wasn't just about the hitting for the Arkansas Razorbacks. I know that all eyes, all ears, all topics have been surrounding Kevin Kopps. We had his father, Rick, on the program this morning. Kevin Kopps was talked about during the game, but he wasn't used. He wasn't utilized at all. He was just merely a talking point in this game. Now I expect to see him tomorrow because I expect this game to be closer, and I think that Game 2, North Carolina State will rebound. Now I don't think they'll win, but I think North Carolina State will at least give Arkansas more of a fight that they did tonight. But the pitching, the hitting, it was all there tonight. And Tommy made a statement earlier. He somehow, some way got away from the margaritas and the tequila and everything else that he's consumed down there to say that Nebraska, if you're a Nebraska baseball fan, how are you not pissed at the NCAA selection committee based on you ending up in the Fayetteville Regional? I mean, Nebraska gave Arkansas all it could handle this past week, and North Carolina State just got swatted. So a lot to discuss here on Hog Reaction. Matt, your early thoughts on the game, and I mean, there's going to be a lot, and we'll take your calls at 877-377-6963.
Well, I think the bats were working. I think that's easily to show, but I mean the bats were working. Everything was working for this team tonight. I mean, you saw NC State come out. They hit the solo shot in the top of the second inning, and you thought, maybe we're in this thing. And the big shot Bob hits a big 2-run homer. You get 3 in the bottom of the second. But Ty, I mean, the thing that I'm taking away with this is you went through 3 arms. You got Wicklander, Tolan, Ramage, and none of these guys. You still have a lot left in that bullpen for Saturday. So we haven't heard anything if you're going to start Lyle Lockhart or what you're going to do with that, but you've got all your arms, and you didn't use Kevin Kopps. And for everybody that was talking this week with needing the rest for Kevin Kopps and worried about his arm and the rust or anything like that, probably the best thing that could have happened tonight was, I don't think anybody's expecting this type of a blowout, but being in a position where you didn't have to have Kevin Kopps to come in and seal this game up or shut the game down. you were able to do it with Wicklander. Wicklander had himself a great day, struggled a little bit in the earlier innings, but really found his groove in the latter half of his 6-inning start. 6 hits, 1 earned run for him, walked 2 and struck out 6 batters out of 26 batters that he faced. And Heston Toll and Cole Ramage all both looked good as well. 4 Ks for Heston Toll. Cole Ramage, 2 Ks for him as well. So in 3 innings of work combined with those 2 guys. So lots to get to. I'm going to throw it back to you. We've got 2 calls we're fixing to take here in just in a second.
Yeah, and you can also comment via Facebook, via YouTube, via Twitter, via Twitch. We're always live on those platforms as well. This is a perfect opportunity coming off of one of the biggest, I think, and they showed the graphic on ESPNU. I believe this is the biggest differential in a super regional game in the history of the sport. So that's pretty wild to me. We'll take Ryan in Hot Springs call first. Ryan, your thoughts on the 21-2 victory, man?
Well, it kind of reminded me of those. You see the movie where the I guess you could say the bad guy thinks he's done something. He punches somebody, and the other guy just kind of pops his neck and like, okay, let me show you something, and then flexes their muscle. Kind of what it reminds me of. But the best part about today is the fact we did it without cops. We just reminded the whole world that we're not just a one-trick pony. Because the last few games we've kind of had to have cops to close it out, and we didn't have to have him today. So I just it was kind of nice to see Arkansas flex their muscle.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it with that, and I hope y'all have a good night, and go Hogs.
Ryan, I hope you and your daughter enjoyed watching the game. And your point about Kevin Kopps is 100% valid, because tonight was not just about Patrick Wicklander's performance. No. It wasn't just about the bats waking up, but it was about Matt, as you mentioned, Heston Toll and Ramage. And
you saw a bunch of other arms that we've been waiting to see all year.
Brady Slavin's got a hit. I mean, there are a lot of different players that you can look at tonight and say, man, this guy stepped up or this guy stepped up, and that's big moving forward for the confidence of this team. Let's go out to Waldron next. Welcoming Big Mike to the program. Big Mike, you're on Hog Reaction. Go ahead.
I don't know. If y'all going to get Bubba on there later, maybe you ask him if the hitting coach and Dave adjusted some of the players, because some of the other teams seem to found the holes in their swings, and in this team, there weren't no holes. They beat the crap out of them, so that was great. I don't know how much of an adjustment, or they made any adjustments at all, but it was wonderful to see and hear. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate it, Big Mike. Yeah, you think about really the hitting, it wasn't all the way there this past weekend in Fayetteville, in the regional. This weekend, and I say this weekend, this game, because we know there's a lot of baseball to be played left. We'll see what happens tomorrow afternoon. The bats were 1,000% there. And that was one of the questions marks we had about North Carolina State, was like, how would their pitching hold up against Arkansas? Well, for at least game one, SmackDown, it didn't seem to hold to the test of anything.
Didn't hold against anything. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arms were thrown in this matchup. And Ty, it was incredible watching this thing. And you seeing all these guys that were coming up to pitch for NC State, and how many of them had only pitched less than 10 innings the whole year long. And I think that really showed, because while, yes, you could make the argument that NC State has probably a lot of fresh arms in that bullpen, they've also don't have the experience. And now you're asking them to go in a situation where you're down and you're just trying to weather the storm that Arkansas was putting on you. And it just kept pounding and pounding and pounding you away. So it was something to see. It was something to behold. But you got to feel confident moving forward. Now, I mean, I would put a lot of money that you're not going to see a 21-2 score tomorrow. I think NC State will come back ready to rock and roll. But Ty, you got to be confident. I mean, if this team can hit half as good as they did tomorrow, this thing is wrapped up, in my opinion. Don't you think? Or am I speaking too soon?
I wouldn't go that far yet. I have these guys winning in 2, but the confidence level that you're referring to is not off base.
No.
I think we're going to take our first break of the hour here on Hog Reaction. We're going to go till 10 o'clock tonight. So if you want to get in your opinion on what occurred inside of Baum-Walker Stadium, you better call us. You better text us at 877-377-6963. 40 more minutes of Hog Reaction headed your way.
This is Hog Reaction, brought to you by Walk-On Sports Smith. Hog Reaction is also brought to you by Harry Robinson Buick GMC and Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC wants to buy your vehicle, and they'll pay top dollar today. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high, and your car is worth more today than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Buick GMC, and they will pay you more for your trade. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they will still buy yours. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Call Chris Dooley for a free insurance review. 646-6792.
For 33 years, Manfield's Automotive Parts City Auto Parts has been trusted as your one-stop for all your vehicle needs. Get a great deal on a Superstar battery and any of the products you need for the do-it-yourself upkeep on your car or truck. When you need work done, Mansfield Automotive Parts City Auto Parts does everything from oil changes, brakes, alignments, diagnostic work, air conditioning, and more. Mansfield Automotive Parts City Auto Parts in downtown Mansfield is open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 1 on Saturdays.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunities, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, Maddie.
Hey, what's up, Ty?
There's only one place that you get all your alcohol needs for the Omaha's.
That's right. My favorite place to go is to my friends at Eastside Liquor in Fort Smith.
9390 Rogers Avenue. Now, you were telling me about the new Ice Dreams.
That's right. The Ice Dreams alcoholic poptails. They're awesome, man. We got the summertime coming up, and they've got great flavors like pina colada and strawberry daiquiri.
Beer, wine, spirits, and cigars. Everyday low prices at Eastside Liquor. 9390 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
At Detail Shine 99, located on Jenny Lind, right across from Ramsey Junior High, they do it all, inside and out. If you're busy, just drop off your vehicle and it will be returned to you with a shine. And if your schedule doesn't allow you to drop off, your vehicle will be picked up, detailed front to back, and brought back to you looking like the day you bought it. Detail Shine 99. Prices from $99 to $149 plus tax. Call today at 339-0099 or check them out online at detailshine99.com.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Shangri-La Resort. They're going on their 65th year, giving you some of the memories you treasure to this day. Take it from me, I grew up going there. The Carrs are going on their 3rd generation of taking care of you. Mama Carr makes the best pie in all of Arkansas, and they wake up at 3 in the morning just to start making them. Check them out online at ShangriLaResort.net and check out their Facebook and Instagram pages for some of the best scenery in the natural state. Shangri-La Resort, a touch of paradise and a boatload of fun.
Did you know about 1 in 9 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during his lifetime? Unfortunately, all treatment options can have side effects, like erectile dysfunction, urinary leakage, and bowel complications. However, SpaceOAR Hydrogel can help minimize your risk of side effects when used with radiation therapy. To learn more about the risks and benefits of SpaceOAR, visit spaceoar.com. That's spaceoar.com. Spaceoar.com. Sponsored by Boston Scientific.
Law's Drugstore in Fort Smith has COVID vaccinations available today for you and your family. Law's Drugstore has the Pfizer vaccine for ages 12 and up and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for ages 18 and older. Just call 452-6116 to schedule your appointment or stop by Law's Drugstore at 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family. Call now, 452-6116.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC wants to buy your vehicle, and they'll pay top dollar today. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high, and your car is worth more today than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Buick GMC, and they will pay you more for your trade. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they will still buy yours. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3. You're listening to Hog Reaction live from Walk-On Sports Smith.
You gotta get out of here!
Hog Reaction is also brought to you by Harry Robinson Buick GMC and Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley.
Go crazy at Baum Walker! Go nuts!
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Now, here's Ty Richardson.
Gets a look. Here's the 0-2 to Moore. And there's a drive by Robert, way back right field, and Robert Moore gives the Razorbacks the lead off the top of the Baum Walker video board. Number 15, 2-1.
How about the outing from, as you may have heard, the son of the Kansas City Royals general manager, Dane Moore, Mr. Robert Moore. Big hit Bob. He's hit several big-time homers, big hits this season, and he once again came through clutch tonight as Charlie Welch gets on second base after a double, and then Robert brings him home early in the beginning of the game. So I think second inning, and then it just broke open after that. We're taking your calls and texts at 877-377-6963. We'll go to Jasper, Arkansas. Travis, I'll actually be in Jasper at the very beginning of August for a bachelor trip. We got a place on the Buffalo. I'm really excited about it, man.
I knew that, and you're welcome to come. It's coming soon, huh?
It's coming up in beginning of August. I can't wait.
Hey, what needs not to be misunderstood and forgotten is Robert Moore's defensive play early in the game to save 2 runs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're hailing him for his offense, and rightfully so. But that was huge, and that's my play of the game.
Travis, that was
second thing. Yeah,
that was the bases loaded, correct? No, I remember the play. The bases were loaded.
I know there was runners on second and third.
Yeah, that
and
was.
he took a bullet deep to second.
Absolutely. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
And no, it's your show. It's not mine. I'll have my show someday, but not today.
Man.
Another thing, real quick, is his walk-up song is "Hello, My Name Is," which is a Mercy Me song, which is a Christian song. So I think it's safe to say that God is a Hog fan.
I like it. God bless the Razorbacks.
Oh, man. Thanks.
Love you guys' show. God bless. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Travis.
Thanks, Travis. Yeah, there's a really cool I don't remember if it was on the Razorback Daily or the Hog Pod. I'm switching, but Robert came to campus, and his identity has been in baseball his entire life, and he talked about his relationship with Christ and just kind of that area, that facet of his life. I definitely, if you haven't gotten a chance to listen to it, I would encourage, but that is a big part of his life. You see him point up at the sky every time he hits a bomb to left or right or center. But just like the defensive play that you guys were referring to, both Travis and SmackDown, that is an underrated element of Robert Moore's game. And we can talk about the accolades he gets from hitting the ball, which he deserves because he was just crushing the ball tonight.
Yeah, he was.
As you mentioned, SmackDown, it was a pivotal play that he made that really turned the tide of the game and just sucked the life out of the Wolfpack.
Well, whatever life was left, but, I mean, if that goes through, you drive, like I said, I think the bases are loaded. It may have been second and third. It doesn't matter. There was runners in scoring position, and, I mean, for whatever momentum NC State was trying to build right there, if you let that ball get through and you score 2 runs, it's a completely different ball game, in my opinion. So credit for him on that great defense. I want to bring this up too. Jesse texted us in, and like Ty said at the beginning of the show, 877-377-6963. You want to jump in on any of the conversation mentioning was Christian Franklin in trouble. We got word about that probably later, like probably about an hour and a half prior to first pitch, had strep throat. Was not ruled out of the game, but was not in the starting lineup, and obviously you didn't see any of Christian Franklin. I haven't heard, Ty, you may have more intel than I do. Don't think he'll probably play tomorrow, but that's so Jesse, he had strep throat. He was not in trouble or anything like that, just held out for sickness. So
I was kind of confused because I thought strep throat was contagious.
That's what I was thinking too.
I didn't understand that, and I looked it up on Mayo Clinic, and it said that streptococcus or bacteria are contagious. So I thought that was kind of odd, but maybe we'll get some more intel on that. Did see that Andrew Hutchinson put this out initially. Caleb Bolden was not on the roster for this weekend, which I thought was a little weird. Now, the game did start out a little rocky. He gave up the home run early. Patrick Wicklander, Matt Hobbs had a mound visit, and then he just settled in. And by settled in, I mean he got in a zone. Patrick Wicklander it's really hard to follow the likes of Blaine Knight and Isaiah Campbell. And I know Nolan did it for a little bit at some points this past season, but Patrick has really found that niche
He has.
as the Friday night guy. It has been special to watch his growth and his development the back half of the season. I know his dad, Howard, is quite proud of how well he's been playing, but I was a little nervous and when the Beaver made its way across the field in Baum-Walker
Did you
Stadium,
panic a little bit?
I was just like, is this an Oregon State omen? Like, what is this? And luckily enough, Arkansas didn't seem to care what was running across the field. They were just going to crush the baseball.
I won't lie, I did panic just a teeny tiny bit for that. Hey, let's go to the phones before we hit our next break. Dylan and Alma, Ty has called us up on Hog Reaction. Dylan, you're on Hog Reaction, brother.
I just want to say, man, compared to last week, they really came out and handled business. I thought Wicklander looked better. I thought the fact that we didn't falter after they hit the home run in the second, maybe third, I don't know what it was, but I just want to say that they rebounded and the bats were alive, and I think that's the key to taking us. You know, we're Wicklander and, you know, possibly Lyle Lockhart, but we got Cops always in our back pocket. But the key to this thing is, you know, we're going to rely on the bats. Bats got to take care of the arms to get us pretty deep. And tonight that for sure happened, and I think we're in a great spot. It's going to be another year in Omaha.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
How confident, Dylan, and we appreciate your call, buddy. Go Airedales. How confident are you as an Arkansas Razorback pitcher when your guys are hitting like that? If you're Patrick Wicklander and you're on the mound and you're seeing what your teammates are doing behind the plate,
right,
that has to inject some confidence in you.
Well, didn't you see the difference? I mean, you saw him in the first 2 innings, not necessarily struggling from the mound, but couldn't find the strike zone and let a couple of guys get on, but the defense bailed him out. And as soon as we had that 3-2 lead or 3-1 lead, didn't you see a different Patrick Wicklander come out? Not necessarily like he seemed looser, seemed like he had that swagger about him. Like, look, we're going to make this thing work, and I've got a little bit of a cushion to kind of like fall back on and not be so, I guess, uptight about trying to keep things moving in the right direction.
No, what you're saying. And by the way, I want to correct myself because we've gotten several texts on our text lines as we wrap it up here. It wasn't a beaver; it was a groundhog. My mistake. I misworded it.
Ty, come on.
I guess I'm just ready to consume some Fireball, and I'm just I'm jittery at this.
Is there any Fireball down there at Walk-Ons right now?
There is some Fireball down here as we're live from Walk-Ons Fort Smith, 4306 Phoenix Avenue here if you want to stop by. We had a great time, great atmosphere for the game. The same can be said about tomorrow's game, game number 2. I was asking one of the managers, Kip, was talking to me. He's from the Louisiana area, and he was asking me, it's like, do they always get this hype for Razorback baseball? And I was like, Bud, you haven't seen anything yet. If this team makes a College World Series, you don't even know. So it's been awesome. Also appreciate Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off 5540 in Fort Smith, and also Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley being a part of Hog Reaction. Chris can help you out with any of your auto, home, or insurance needs. But coming up, we'll continue to take your calls and texts. We've been flooded with texts. We've been flooded with calls all throughout the program. Stay with us. This is Hog Reaction.
This is Hog Reaction, brought to you by Walk-Ons Fort Smith. Hog Reaction is also brought to you by Harry Robinson Buick GMC and Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Call Chris Dooley for a free insurance review. 646-6792.
Need a little extra cash? Go see Rusty at Golden Gym Pond, 310 West Center in Greenwood. Get the money you need with loans on jewelry, guns, tools, and electronics. If you're looking for a gift, they have a large selection of jewelry to choose from, and Rusty can take care of all jewelry repair. Stop by Golden Gym Pond today, 310 West Center in Greenwood, or call 996-2792. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9 to 3 on Wednesday. Golden Gym Pond.
Wheels RV in Springdale wants you to seek out all the Natural State has to offer this year. Explore Arkansas in a new RV from Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, or Alliance. All the best brands at the best prices. Enjoy peace of mind with our lifetime warranty on every new RV and a mobile service shuttle to keep you camping. So come on in and discover why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. 5 miles west of I-49, exit 72. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Did you know about 1 in 9 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during his lifetime? Unfortunately, all treatment options can have side effects, like erectile dysfunction, urinary leakage, and bowel complications. However, Space-Or Hydrogel can help minimize your risk of side effects when used with radiation therapy. To learn more about the risks and benefits of Space-Or, visit spaceoar.com. That's spaceoar.com. Spaceoar.com. Sponsored by Boston Scientific.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunities, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, Maddie.
Hey, what's up, Ty?
There's only one place that you get all your alcohol needs for the Hogs.
That's right. My favorite place to go is to my friends at Eastside Liquor in Fort Smith.
9390 Rogers Avenue. Now, you were telling me about the new Ice Dreams.
That's right. The Ice Dreams alcoholic poptails. They're awesome, man. We got the summertime coming up, and they've got great flavors like pina colada and strawberry daiquiri.
Beer, wine, spirits, and cigars. Everyday low prices at Eastside Liquor. 9390 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Law's Drugstore in Fort Smith has COVID vaccinations available today for you and your family. Law's Drugstore has the Pfizer vaccine for ages 12 and up and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for ages 18 and older. Just call 452-6116 to schedule your appointment or stop by Law's Drugstore at 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family. Call now, 452-6116.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Shangri-La Resort. They're going on their 65th year, giving you some of the memories you treasure to this day. Take it from me, I grew up going there. The Carrs are going on their 3rd generation of taking care of you. Mama Carr makes the best pie in all of Arkansas, and they wake up at 3 in the morning just to start making them. Check them out online at ShangriLaResort.net and check out their Facebook and Instagram pages for some of the best scenery in the natural state. Shangri-La Resort, a touch of paradise and a boatload of fun.
Evans Body Shop is ready to work for you. Bring us your cars, your trucks, your SUVs, and we will get them back to like-new condition just in time for all of the good times that come with spring and summer. No time to come by for an estimate? Visit our website and utilize our mobile estimating tool. We will keep you updated and informed throughout the repair process, and you can pick up your freshly repaired and detailed vehicle with the peace of mind that our lifetime paint warranty provides. Come by and see us today at 412 Gordon Avenue, Van Buren.
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
You're listening to Hog Reaction live from Walk-On Sports Smith.
You gotta get out of here!
Hog Reaction is also brought to you by Harry Robinson Buick GMC and Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley.
Go crazy at Baum Walker! Go nuts!
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Now, here's Ty Richardson.
Deuces are wild for Cullen Smith. Room open on the left side. The shortstop's up the middle. And the pitch is hit deep to right center field by Smith. Chased by Brown to the wall. That ball out of here. Grand slam, Cullen Smith.
Hey, SmackDown, can you fill in the blank for what Cullen Smith did tonight? Cullen Smith hit a...
golly, Ty, you had to ask me that right now. Help me here.
What?
I don't remember what we called it with Charlie Welch last week. Nuke, that's right. Hit a nuke.
There you go.
Sorry. It's been a long day.
There you go. It's been a long day. That's okay. We've been up since 4:15 this morning. Alongside SmackDown Jenkins, I'm Ty Richardson. We're live at Walk-On's Fort Smith, 4306 Phoenix Avenue. You want to stop by tonight? You want to stop by tomorrow? The game atmosphere tonight was awesome, and you're going to want to be a part of this tomorrow. There's TVs everywhere, great food, great beer, and great atmosphere. Now, I want to go over a few more things. We got about 20 minutes left here on Hog Reaction if you want to jump in. Ironically enough, my brother is in town in Fayetteville this weekend, and he actually met the North Carolina State coach last night, or excuse me, 2 nights ago. Okay. Now, he was not aware that this was the North Carolina State coach. He sat with him in line at a barbecue restaurant. 2 guys were wearing NC State gear, and they just got to talking, and Joseph was asking him different things, and they were asking him different things about the restaurants and stuff to go to. And one of the things that the North Carolina State coach asked my brother was like, so, like, does every person in the state cheer for the Razorbacks? He said, yeah, pretty much outside of a small pocket in northeast Arkansas. And he's like, that's not that how it is in North Carolina. Duke, North Carolina State. I mean, there are a lot of different colleges, a lot of professional teams. And that just shows you how unique your state is when it comes to the college football, college baseball, college basketball. Pick a college program that resides in Fayetteville. I thought that was awesome. Also, you heard on the broadcast, if you're listening to ESPNU, Mike Morgan was talking about how there were Arkansas fans that called the NC State ticket office to try and get tickets.
I heard that.
My brother was also a part of that, so I thought that was quite entertaining. But just a cool connection that he got to meet the North Carolina State coach, who I should probably know his name since they're playing them this weekend. He's been coaching there 25 years. He's got a really stellar record this year, and I cannot think of his name. I'll find it real
Before
quick,
we got a pair of calls on hold. Todd, did you see, talking about just things from the game, did you see what NJIT tweeted out during the game?
Yeah, they didn't have to call the cops.
Yeah.
They had to call the cops
the
on
Hogs
us
had to call the cops on the 4th inning when they played the Highlanders, just saying.
Yeah. Elliott Avent is the coach of the North Carolina State Wolfpack. I had it in my grasp, and I didn't. But, yeah, no, Colin Smith, like Scott said, was just a bomb, an absolute bomb. And this team, Robert and Central Mississippi, right on it. They gained confidence. Let's go to Brian in Fort Smith. Brian, you're on Hog Reaction, man. Go ahead.
Hey, Ty, I just wanted to say what's up, man. That was a great game, and I had a blast watching it. Talk about blast, dude, those bombs to left, the bombs to right center. Who the heck hits bombs to right center like that? It must have been hot out there today. Jeez, that ball was carrying. These boys are hitting the ball so well.
Yeah, Brian, they were just mashing it. And it's so weird because they didn't hit the ball well at all this past weekend relative to what they have this season. And then just to do what they were able to do in the Super Regional in Game 1, you'd love to see it continue in Game number 2.
Oh, yeah, that and the fact that, I heard a lot about the starting pitcher, and the Hogs, they worked them. They got the count up, and it was like 55 pitches after like 3 innings. I mean, that was some really good. That was just good baseball.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, Brian, enjoy your night, man. Hopefully they'll close out in Game number 2 tomorrow.
Thanks, Kyle. See you volleyball.
All right, see you volleyball, buddy. That is Brian in Fort Smith. We're talking about bombs. That guy can spike a volleyball probably harder than anyone I've ever met in my life. I'll tell you what was funny. SmackDown, Phil, did halftime from the Stadium Shop today, and we were talking with Robert and Elizabeth. Man, they had just ordered a massive load of the beer hats, and evidently those things were gone by the afternoon today because of how many people wanted to get their hands on them.
Isn't that crazy? Just we talk about the supply and demand for other things. All kinds of good stuff happening at Stadium Shop today, and if you're heading up there tomorrow, make sure you run by Stadium Shop. And if you need some beer, I'm sure they're sold out by now, the beer mug hats, so you might need to get up there and check and make sure you're good to go. But, yeah, this is just crazy atmosphere up there today. And being a 2 o'clock game tomorrow, bring the sunscreen, bring the water, stay hydrated. But tomorrow's game is going to be off the chain as far as just how lively the crowd is going to be and the atmosphere, and possibly send this team to its 3rd straight College World Series.
Yeah, I heard someone, and I think this was on y'all's show. Who was the guy, SmackDown, that was bringing his friend to Baum-Walker Stadium for the first time? Do you remember the name? I heard the conversation. I can't think of the name.
I can't think of the name either. But yeah, he was bringing his friend to the first. It was the first time he had been to postseason baseball. It was the first time that his friend had been to Razorback baseball, period. I think if I remember that correctly.
Okay, well, that person saw someone get engaged in the hog pen tonight. I don't know if that's ever been done.
That's cool.
In the history of Baum-Walker Stadium, but I saw that news, and he also saw the ferocious attack that is Arkansas baseball. And as we wrap up this segment here on Hog Reaction, SmackDown, there is a Morning Rush listener that was texting me that his friend from Alabama is from town. First time ever in Fayetteville, first time ever in Baum-Walker Stadium. I'd say he picked out a pretty good weekend to show his friend what Arkansas baseball is all about.
It's incredible. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So much fun stuff happening this weekend. Let me ask you this. BA and Conway text this in. What's the potato sign? Can you provide any context on that?
I had several people here at Walk-Ons ask me the exact same thing, and I have no idea. None.
Okay.
So I need to figure that out. Hopefully figure it out. Hey, Dylan, real quick, I'll let you back in. We typically don't let two callers or
I think I hung up on him by accident.
Oh,
earlier,
you did?
So,
okay.
No, I'm here.
Okay. All right, Dylan, you got free shots after the Grand Slam. Kind of share that story in about a minute or less, buddy.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to set it straight. The taters out there, or the potatoes, that means tater. That means dinger. That means home run. That means into the hog pen.
All right.
Party goes wild.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And I just wanted to let you know, there's a man out there. He's got a brand called Rub It Snout, pork rinds and pork tenderloin, all kinds of. But he was at the stadium shop, and I was in line. They hit that Grand Slam, and they fulfilled everybody in the line. They gave free shots to everybody as soon as that happened. His name's Courtney Parker, and I just want to give a quick shout out to him. And I just want to say, you may have seen somebody get proposed to out in the hog pen, but I conceived my second child in the hog pen. So if you got something to add, I'll hang up and listen. So
Whoa.
All right, we'll end it there. I can't say
Follow that up, Ty.
We're going to take a short break here at Walk On Sportsmith. Really appreciate everyone that's come out here tonight, everyone listening to the program. One more segment. This is your last chance here on Hog Reaction to get in your take on what happened tonight via call, via text, via Facebook, via YouTube, via Twitter, or via Twitch. One more segment, Hog Reaction, headed your way next.
This is Hog Reaction, brought to you by Walk-On Sportsmith. Hog Reaction is also brought to you by Harry Robinson Buick GMC and Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Chris Dooley for a free insurance review. 646-6792.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC wants to buy your vehicle, and they'll pay top dollar today. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high, and your car is worth more today than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Buick GMC, and they will pay you more for your trade. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they will still buy yours. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. Wheels RV in Springdale wants you to seek out all the Natural State has to offer this year. Explore Arkansas in a new RV from Grand Design, Forest River, KZ, Heartland, Keystone, or Alliance. All the best brands at the best prices. Enjoy peace of mind with our lifetime warranty on every new RV and a mobile service shuttle to keep you camping. So come on in and discover why Wheels RV was voted the best RV dealership in Northwest Arkansas. 5 miles west of I-49, exit 72. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Law's Drugstore in Fort Smith has COVID vaccinations available today for you and your family. Law's Drugstore has the Pfizer vaccine for ages 12 and up and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for ages 18 and older. Just call 452-6116 to schedule your appointment or stop by Law's Drugstore at 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family. Call now, 452-6116.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunity, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
For 33 years, Manfield's Automotive Parts City Auto Parts has been trusted as your one-stop for all your vehicle needs. Get a great deal on a Superstart battery and any of the products you need for the do-it-yourself upkeep on your car or truck. When you need work done, Mansfield Automotive Parts City Auto Parts does everything from oil changes, brakes, alignments, diagnostic work, air conditioning, and more. Mansfield Automotive Parts City Auto Parts in downtown Mansfield is open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 1 on Saturdays.
Did you know about 1 in 9 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during his lifetime? Unfortunately, all treatment options can have side effects, like erectile dysfunction, urinary leakage, and bowel complications. However, Space-Or Hydrogel can help minimize your risk of side effects when used with radiation therapy. To learn more about the risks and benefits of Space-Or, visit spaceoar.com. That's spaceoar.com. Spaceoar.com. Sponsored by Boston Scientific.
Hey, Maddie.
Hey, what's up, Ty?
There's only one place that you get all your alcohol needs for the Omahawks.
That's right. My favorite place to go is to my friends at Eastside Liquor in Fort Smith.
9390 Rogers Avenue. Now, you were telling me about the new Ice Dreams.
That's right, the Ice Dreams alcoholic poptails. They're awesome, man. We got the summertime coming up, and they've got great flavors like pina colada and strawberry daiquiri.
Beer, wine, spirits, and cigars. Everyday low prices at Eastside Liquor. 9390 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Harry Robinson Salisal Ford wants to buy or trade for your vehicle today, and they will give you top dollar. Pre-owned car values are at historic all-time highs, and your car today is worth more than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, and they'll give you more than any other dealer. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they'll still buy yours. Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Shangri-La Resort. They're going on their 65th year, giving you some of the memories you treasure to this day. Take it from me, I grew up going there. The Carrs are going on their 3rd generation of taking care of you. Mama Carr makes the best pie in all of Arkansas, and they wake up at 3 in the morning just to start making them. Check them out online at ShangriLaResort.net and check out their Facebook and Instagram pages for some of the best scenery in the natural state. Shangri-La Resort, a touch of paradise and a boatload of fun.
At Detail Shine 99, located on Jenny Lind, right across from Ramsey Junior High, they do it all, inside and out. If you're busy, just drop off your vehicle and it will be returned to you with a shine. And if your schedule doesn't allow you to drop off, your vehicle will be picked up, detailed front to back, and brought back to you looking like the day you bought it. Detail Shine 99. Prices from $99 to $149 plus tax. Call today at 339-0099 or check them out online at detailshine99.com.
You're listening to Hog Reaction live from Walk-On Sports Smith.
You gotta get out of here!
Hog Reaction is also brought to you by Harry Robinson Buick GMC and Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley.
Go crazy at Bohm Walker! Go nuts!
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Now, here's Ty Richardson.
2-0 on Charlie Welch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line to right field. Brown is back. Brown's at the wall, and Welch has hit another home run. Oppo Taco Charlie Welch, his 7th, 9-1 on the 5th inning.
Dr. Pinch Hit does it once again for the Arkansas Razorbacks tonight. The big-time hitter, Mr. Charlie Welch, and I know he's been used primarily as a pinch hitter this season, comes in, plays DH tonight, and just has a spectacular showing. Last segment here on Hog Reaction. We're live at Walk-Ons Fort Smith, 4306 Phoenix Avenue. Also appreciate Harry Robinson Buick GMC and Shelter Insurance Agent Chris Dooley being a part of both Arkansas Game Day and Hog Reaction. Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome in Harrison, who's in Fort Smith. Harrison, your overall thoughts on the game tonight?
Hey, Ty. What's up, brother? How are you?
Making it, man. Big-time win.
Yeah, man. Hey, that was a game, wasn't it? That was great. Hey, my biggest thought on the entire game, Wicklander goes in. He has a couple shaky innings, We go ahead, and you know what? When you're up and you're a pitcher and you know you're up 3-2, it's a lot easier to just throw the ball. Throw some strikes, and then you go up 7-2, and you're like, you know what? Fine, I'm going to throw some strikes. If I give up a solo home run, it is what it is. But you know what? They're not going to catch up. And it was just good to see our offense relieve a pitcher. That pitcher, it's like all the weight goes off his shoulders. He can throw strikes. He can throw what he wants. He's not scared. And just seeing Wick up there is just great. And then when your offense supports the pitching staff starts opening up. They start throwing strikes. And that was the best part of the game. When your offense plays the game, your pitchers, all that weight comes off their shoulders, and they throw their stuff.
Yeah, no, what you could tell the clear difference as you were talking about, Harrison, what Patrick Wicklander looked like without a bunch of runs against, or not on his back, but with him, and then just kind of early on in that game. He was a completely different pitcher, and I think the conversation that he had with Matt Hobbs and his teammates early, the infielders helped him, but just to kind of settle him down a little bit. But that's just across the board in baseball. When you're a pitcher and you look your teammates in the eye and you see what they're doing to the scoreboard like the Arkansas offense was able to do tonight, you can't not be confident. You have to be confident, and that's exactly what they were tonight.
Yeah, and the other thing I love to see was, man, Cops was in that. He was out there in the bullpen, and he just was like, man, he was so antsy. He was like, am I going in? Am I going in? Can I go in? Please let me pitch. And you got to love to see that out of a guy that's just amazing. The fact that a guy's just sitting there just biting at the bit, like, just put me in. Just put me in.
He was itching to play. Harrison, we appreciate your call. That's something you've really enjoyed about Kevin Kopps this season. He wants the ball at his hands, SmackDown, regardless of the situation, regardless of the inning, regardless of the score differential. The guy wants the ball, and he's delivered time and time again.
100%, Rob, but I think it's a good thing. I think blessing in disguise that you're not going to probably be seeing him on the mound tonight, or that you didn't see him on the mound tonight.
Oh, not even a blessing in disguise. It's just a blessing that he didn't have to pitch tonight.
Exactly. And not to say that he wouldn't have came in and just straight dealed like we've seen him do all year, but it gives him an extra day of rest, and it kind of – I feel like we had this text earlier in the week, but you got these other guys' confidence that they can come in and not so heavily rely on the arms of Wicklander and Kopps to, like, secure you wins. You don't have to rely on the walk-off home runs or anything like that. You can let the offense do its work, and you know you've got a pitching staff right behind it. Toll and Ramage looked great tonight. So,
yeah, they did.
Great for them. And then you've got a whole fresh bullpen tomorrow. You still didn't see Kostu, Wiggins, Nolan, obviously Kevin Kopps, Monk.
Zeb.
I mean, yeah, you look at that slew of arms that you've got. And you mean to tell me that NC State's going to bring a bullpen in tomorrow? Now, that's their starting pitcher may be lights out tomorrow. Changes up the whole conversation. But if you can get to him quick like you did today and put up 4, 5, 6 runs in these first 3 innings and get to that bullpen, Ty, you got to feel good about our chances, friend.
SmackDown, I don't know how you watched the game tonight. I know you're going to meet your lovely lady after this, but I would assume that you weren't playing a game that every time Arkansas hit a home run, you had to take a base bomb. Every time that they scored a run, you had to take a fireball shot.
No.
You had to do a beer an inning, because that's what a few Morning Rush listeners did tonight, and I don't know how they're still moving right now, because that seems like
something. Was this all in the Hog Pen tonight, or is this just people that's just like texting?
No, these Morning Rush listeners that text me that said they sent me their drinking game. That's how they're going to go about do it. But outside of that, it was nice to see Brady Slavens get that hit tonight. He almost had two. Yep. One didn't get past that. I want to say the first base line, but that was good. And they just you talk about pitching SmackDown. They couldn't keep Arkansas honest because they just kept walking them. And they also, with 2 outs, Arkansas has done so much damage this postseason when they've had 2 outs and you think the inning's over and it's just not. That speaks to what Arkansas, they don't give up on an inning, they don't give up on a pitch, and they don't give up on a play. And it's been that case all season long.
I think the one thing, though, that really taken it, I mean, yes, I fully expect these bats to keep going forward, but you know NC State tomorrow is going to come out guns blazing, and they're to prove a point that they're better than getting blown up by 19 runs.
Yeah.
So I say that to say don't expect another 16-2, 16-4 game or anything weird like that. NC State's going to come out ready to rock and roll, so Arkansas tighten up the cleats a little bit more and finish this thing off tomorrow.
Yeah. It's going to be, I think, a much better game than it was tonight. SmackDown, as we wrap up here, I know I brought up you're going to go see your girlfriend. If the lovely Reagan had said, Matt, you have to come to a gender reveal party tonight and you can't watch the game, what would your response have been?
Oh.
Just out of curiosity.
My lovely lady would not put me in that situation. We'll put it like that. Because, honestly, Todd, this woman wants to get season tickets in the future.
There you go.
I've converted her.
There you go. That's a good sign.
What would you do?
I mean, it depends on who my girlfriend/wife is. I have a morning listener that texted me that said he's having to do that tonight. So, but he loves his wife.
If you love your wife, if you love your woman, you're going to do whatever it takes to keep the lady happy.
Yeah, exactly. Appreciate Walk-On Sports Smith having us. 4306 Phoenix Avenue. We'll be here tomorrow for Arkansas game day and Hog Reaction.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. Razorback coverage like no other. ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
This is SportsCenter.
An NBA playoff doubleheader eyeing Chris Smith. The Nuggets look to get back into the series against the Sun in the friendly confines of Mile High City. Right now, Suns are up 43-36 in the second quarter. Denver